On this episode of Dice and Dudes, the investigation draws attention.
Clearly, there's a bunch of these ladies waiting on their coffee are now eyeing this. This is them living out every murder podcast they've ever listened to. They're very excited.
Their first encounter goes awry.
I scream the demon is using his magic against me.
I'm fine with that.
Like, you are useless.
And the team has some explaining to do.
Wait. Should we act like we were knocked out? Should we, like, lay on the ground?
Dude, yes! This is so much fun! Ooh! Silly mysteries afoot!
The operation starts now.
Dice and Dudes, the other guys. Listen, you went in the wrong tunnel. You saw things you shouldn't have seen.
We no longer cleave to any government agency. We now operate privately on our own project.
He said that there's this place down south where all these rich men go to devil worship. He said they sacrifice kids and whatnot. Women and children all got murdered there. And something about some place called Carcosa and the Yellow King.
The mythos. Scary monsters. Let's not think about real monsters.
Ooh, spoopy.
Yeah, spooky monsters that are somehow better than we are, even though they still want to kill us.
This monster's like, oh man, let's hear what happened.
Okay, so what you guys got is the Wood Nickel. Daniel Cummins would hang out there with his friend and his friend's brother, and some girl named Betty. This is also where you found out about Frank Jr., who would hang out at the Wooden Nickel and was involved in a hit and run a week ago that's left him on life support.
I wonder if we should check out the hospital. I mean, at some point.
Yeah, I was trying to think. Like, it'd be good to talk to Betty if she's involved in this whole gang. That's why I was trying to eavesdrop a conversation at the bar to see what the local youth were getting into, where I could probably get into something nefarious like this. Mm-hmm. And also, if we go talk to Frankie Jr., he's, in a coma. Probably won't give
not too much
information. Probably get some like nurses and all that, but I think time's probably better spent with the still conscious members of the group.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You also had the laptop sent off, and you had the shoe turned in. The shoe's going to take a couple days, but some point today, the handler should be getting back to you about the laptop.
What kind of shoe was it? Was it a sneaker? Was it a?
It was like a Converse.
Converse. Okay.
Yeah.
What was the size? Was it big?
No. The gauge, you'd probably say it fit a smaller, thin man.
Okay.
Lloyd snaps his fingers like, shit. Should have seen if it was my size. I need a new pair of shoes.
It was a shoe, though.
I need a singular shoe.
So yeah, guys. All right. So you start off your morning in the hotel. You get a complimentary breakfast. What's our move, gentlemen? Are we gonna wait around?
Can I check in with the handler? Do they get into the computer?
So you send a text, and you receive one back rather quickly. This is currently going through it. Should have everything on it to you by afternoon.
Okay. I get a donut and I dip it in my coffee.
There you go.
I start shoveling all the foods in my bag. Later consumption.
All right, so do you gentlemen want to make any moves while you're waiting? You got the you can go look around for the Betty lady. You could probably put in a request to see if you can help find her. You guys can go to the hospital if you would like. You can take another run at Anthony, and apparently Anthony hung out at that bar with Cummins, and his brother hung out there too. So his brother is also someone you could probably look around and see if you can find and talk to.
We find Betty first.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
You guys go to the police station and start running down names. The person connected. So you tell him you talked to Anthony, Daniel's friend. They also say, like, yeah, we talked to Anthony, and then we talked to his brother, his brother's friend, and one Betty Burns. Betty Burns is a 23-year-old woman, works at a local coffee shop. Seems to be in a relationship with Anthony White. You're also given like 2 loose sheets, not a lot on them, about one Leon Barlow, which is a friend of Jesse White. Jesse White is Anthony's older brother. They were also interviewed because they seem to know Cummins. Both of them work at a place called Rusty's Pick and Pull, which is like a junkyard, so it's parts yard. Jesse's been arrested for assault and battery and drug possession. And Leon Barlow has no record. So the only one with a record is Jesse White.
And through Jesse's record, how tall is he?
Jesse is 6 foot and about 190 pounds. And you kind of got a mugshot. You see a kid with like dirty blonde hair, kind of messy, patchy facial hair, and some bad tattoos. He has there's a close up of a tattoo, and there's a tribal, and there's like an arrowhead, and yeah, that kind of shit.
What if the cops didn't get anything out that stands out?
With the blood, no, they can't match it to anything. It's definitely blood, and we'll say it's type A.
All right, let's go talk to Betty.
All right.
Betty Burns.
Betty Burns. I like alliteration. So the local coffee shop, we'll call it the Cool Bean, and it's like there's a bean wearing sunglasses as the symbol. Nice little kitschy upstart place. Clearly the type where young, successful business people love going to and paying $15 for a whole bunch of crap on top of coffee. You find Betty. You walk in. The place is kind of busy because it's early morning, and it's very much the expensive coffee shop layout, where there's like couches. There's that weird table that's like a tree stump, but they glazed it. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, it sucks to put your coffee on because there's not a lot of space, but it's huge somehow. A lot of house moms, a lot of ladies in like sweats, like sweatsuits and outfits like that have never worked out, and they're talking to each other, waiting for coffee. You walk to the counter. You're greeted by a blonde lady with a septum piercing. You tell her you're looking for Betty. I assume you show the badges. Yes, I got it. Hold on, let me grab her for you. A small, thin woman comes out she has brown hair and freckles on her face. She kind of looks between the two of you. It's like, you guys want to speak with me?
Yeah, we just wanted to ask you some questions. I know you talked with the police already, but we just wanted a full picture of sort of the situation.
Yeah, okay. Let's come to the back. I don't want to, because clearly there's a bunch of these ladies waiting on their coffee are now eyeing this. This is them living out every murder podcast they've ever listened to. They're very excited. You step in the back. There's a small little office with like a laptop and a printer and a small desk. She kind of asks you, like, you guys want coffee or anything?
You're like, I love Americana.
Okay.
Please.
And she kind of looks at Lloyd, sick balding guy, who definitely loves rocking. What shirt what kind of shirt is he wearing today? I assume he's wearing the U.S. Marshal like windbreaker jacket, but what shirt is under it?
The windbreaker. It's over the Iron Maiden Killers t-shirt.
Hell yeah, dude. Lloyd's quickly becoming my favorite. Dude, the ex-wife thing is so funny to me. They're both living together and they hate him.
That's why they love each other so much. They hate me.
There's a mutual. They found friendship and love through the hatred of their ex-husband. All he does is talk about Bigfoot, stupid Bigfoot.
I see the footage. Like, I edit this. Like, it had the lens cap on it the entire time. I couldn't do anything with it. You've ruined this for me. For my big break.
So does Lloyd want coffee?
I would like a big coffee.
Do you want anything in it besides this?
Is there anything in coffee? Just
okay. That's what she says. Comes over with a big coffee and an Americana. Good choice. I'm an Americana man myself. And yeah, she gives you guys the coffee and kind of leans against the wall and it's just like, so you guys want to talk to me about Daniel, right?
Yes.
We'll call this we'll call this a search roll with a minus 15 for Jake, and for Abdul we'll call this alertness with a minus 20. So 40 or up.
Minus 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on.
Finally. All right, I got a 2. Big
Yep.
success.
Okay, dope.
so I said I had 60 minus 15. So I got 45 on the dot.
Dope. All right. So something you both notice, she has dark rings in her eyes. Her eyes are puffy. She's clearly been crying. Kind of notice also like she kind of has her hands folded in front of her. She's clearly been biting her nails too.
Is everything okay?
Things are not awesome. My boyfriend's friend was murdered by a crazy man dressed like a movie villain, and he's apparently still on the loose. So, yeah, not great.
No. How long did you know Daniel?
Since high school, him and Anthony have always been friends.
Did you know him well?
I knew him well enough. I didn't really hang out when Anthony wasn't around or anything.
Got to somehow transfer to asking her about Frankie Jr. Well, what would you guys do together?
They would hang. Well, like I said, I always hung out with him when Anthony was. So they play video games. We watch movies. They would go drinking at the Wooden Nickel.
And would you go with them to the Wooden Nickel?
Sometimes, yeah. You kind of sit there wringing your hands.
We're U.S. Marshals, so we are looking into other cases, around the city, and we did find out from someone that you knew someone named Frankie Jr. Can you elaborate a bit on that?
Yeah. Her eyes kind of go wide for a second, and she looks between the two of you. It's like, yeah. I knew Frankie. So she kind of like tears up. So fucking terrible what happened to him. He's left there, It's just... And she kind of wipes out her eyes.
I'm sorry those two things, happened back to back. It must be hard.
Yeah, and, you can't get your head around what happened, And then, yeah. I wasn't close with Frankie. He was nice enough. He was. I felt bad for him. He was. I remember him from school. He was always kind of like his mom passed away when he was young or something, and his dad was kind of a hard ass. I don't know. This seemed like a lost soul. It's just. Yeah, I don't know.
Did he hang out with anyone at the bar?
Not really. Like I said, he was. She kind of wipes out her eyes again. He kind of just takes a moment to compose herself. He was just a lost soul. I think he was there just so he's around people, but that's why I try to talk to him. But all he wanted to talk about was metal and horror stuff. So it wasn't exactly a lot of fun conversations.
Mm. Interesting. Have you visited him at the hospital or anything, or was it not like that kind of relationship?
You kind of see her pulling at the edges of her shirt. Did someone tell you I've been visiting him at the hospital?
Is there something we should know?
No.
Are you sure about that?
Okay. Well, this guy Cthulhu. No. She kind of looks between the two of you. All right. Yeah, I went up to see him. I don't know. I didn't like the idea of him just up there and no one go and see him. I know his dad does sometimes. Is that a crime to go visit someone in the hospital?
No, we're not accusing you of anything.
She's like wiping at her tears and it's like, okay,
So, what do the doctors say? Pull through, or can they not know right now?
Kind of wiping at her eyes. Is like they can't tell me anything. I'm not family. He's on a machine to breathe. He doesn't look good. He doesn't look good at all. So.
Sorry to hear that. I hope you had a private, time with him. Is he in a room with other people or no?
No, his dad owns a business. They're doing pretty good, I guess. And they're country people. That they don't want for a lot. They already got some land and a business, so they haven't been spending money. So his dad is throwing everything he has at this, hoping to help Frankie. Frankie has a room all to himself, and I didn't speak with him a lot. I don't want to bug the poor man. My understanding is he's like reaching out to see if he can get people to help him or not.
What did your other friends think of Frankie?
Jesse was always an asshole to him. Frankie was a big guy, quiet guy. And I don't know. I think Jesse wanted to feel that he was tough or something. Him and Barlow always were antagonizing Frankie. But Frankie was, I don't know. He was a soft-spoken, quiet guy. He wasn't looking for any trouble.
How about Daniel and Frankie?
Daniel was always kind of a dickhead to him. I think Daniel bought weed off him a couple times, off Frankie. But Daniel usually did whatever Jesse wanted to do. He was Anthony's friend, but Jesse was like the cool guy. That, I don't know, leader of that pack, I guess.
Okay. I pull Lloyd to the side and go, we need to find Jesse. Maybe next victim.
Yeah. I mean, this is clearly a case of Frankie Jr. projecting into reality to fight all the people that bullied him in the past. As his cases. We're still convinced that
like, I got it.
I got it. It's astral projection.
He's going
It's
through
red.
walls.
That's how he was able to escape the bag.
I turned to Lloyd, my eyes wide, like, stop. No. Don't be doing that.
Whereas Betty gives a look after a scream, Eureka, in an audible fashion.
I figured it out.
At that point, I get up and I'm like, thank you, Betty. Much appreciated. And I would look to leave.
Okay.
One last question. Out of the blue, do you have to have type A blood, perchance?
I don't know what kind of blood I got. I'm sorry.
You passed the question. It's weird to know what type of blood you do have, so you're okay. A-okay in my book.
Yeah. So she kind of like follows you guys out. She says something to her boss. Need a second, Matt?
Yeah, just 1 second.
All right.
I'm in that weird conundrum now where I keep wanting to actually advance the story, but also have this character I desperately just want to ruin the thing with. It's like,
We'll return after these messages.
All right. So yeah, she kind of follows you guys out. She's going to like grab some tissues from her car. But if you guys give me alertness rolls.
I got 40.
I got 10 success.
All right. Was that and that was a failure for you, Jake?
Yep.
All right. So as you kind of come out, there is a moment. It takes you a moment, but you peg it almost immediately. Abdul, you see a man in a sedan slip on a white mask and then step out. Tall guy, lean. He's wearing a white mask and a blue jumpsuit. Lloyd, give me an intelligence roll.
Let's remind what my intelligence is. Oh. Okay.
Smart guy.
44. Well, I got 44.
That's a pass.
So.
Yeah,
I passed.
So this kind of the outfit makes you stop in your tracks, because it's Malcolm Mays from the Hollow Eve stories, dude, the movies.
I am in a movie.
And he's walking very quickly towards Betty. Abdul, you clock a knife in his hand. Gentlemen, what are we doing?
God. I'm gonna run to tackle him, I think.
You're gonna tackle him?
I think so.
Try to do unarms?
Yeah.
Oh man, this is gonna be bad. All right, so we're in combat, and everyone. So it's gonna be. Let's see. Who has the highest dex? All right, so his dex. Okay, all these guys' decks are slow. So his is like a 40. No,
Okay.
I'm sorry. His is like a 40. So it's not great. Abdul, I believe Abdul probably has the best, right?
You got 60.
And you got and then Lloyd has a 50.
Mine's 50.
All right, so, I guess I should see what Betty says because Betty's technically in this, but Betty doesn't know it's happening yet. Yeah.
Come on, Betty.
She doesn't know what's happening, dude. She's a fool.
Should take karate classes.
No. She does a little bit of pharmacy.
Well.
Oh, so actually Betty's going first. Because she has a 65. Give her alertness roll. She passes. So yeah, she sees you. She sees the U.S. Marshal kind of like stiffen up and start moving real quickly. So she turns and looks towards what you guys and sees, quite literally a fucking horror villain marching towards her with a knife, and lets out a harrowing scream and tries to go for the doors. Abdul, it's your go. What do you want to do, buddy?
I gotta go up and I gotta have to isolate that knife from his hand. So I would probably try and do some kind of. I need to do some kind of maneuver where I can like push his arm away and use my body to push him back, kind of thing.
All right.
Like a tackle, but grab the arm.
I can see you moving in, maybe trying to do a trip where you're like keeping that one arm isolated.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll say give me a dex roll to see if you can get to him this round. And if you get to him this round, I'll let you also do a combat roll this round as well.
Okay. That's a 12, so that's successful.
That's a success. All right, so you're able to clear space between you and him real quick. Give me an unarmed combat roll to try to isolate and trip him. He's gonna try. Also,
full zeros. Is that 100?
That's 100.
Oh fuck.
But lucky for you, he also failed rolling a 90. So basically, I'll say what happens. You move towards him. You kind of try to hit him. You can't get the knife on you. He bats you in the back. You stumble back sideways a step, and he kind of like is now turned towards you. Lloyd, you just watched your partner go head first towards the thing that used to scare you a lot as a child, and your grandpa would laugh at you every time he put it on Halloween. What's your plan here, buddy?
But in my frightened state, it's like because I have two things. I have a bat and a can of pepper spray.
Okay.
So in my fear that instilled in me my grandfather at a young age, I throw the can of pepper spray at the guy in the mask.
All right, dope. So for damage on that, I'll call it a D6, but you have to roll me an athletics to see if you hit him.
All right.
What is your athletics?
Athletics.
Your athletics is at 30. It's a base. I'll give it a plus 10 because he is close. He's not like super far away.
Okay.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It doesn't matter. I got 71.
Damn. All right. So here's what happens. You guys come out. Betty goes to her car. Abdul, you clock the dude getting out of his car. Lloyd kind of sees you doing that. Notices the dude putting on like this big white mask. Climb out. He's holding a knife. Realizes it's another character from a horror movie. You move in to try to get him. You try to grab his arm, isolate him. He knocks you off. You step away, and Lloyd is in a panic. Tries to hit the dude, peg him in the head with the can of pepper spray. Misses and just breaks a window to a car. And the alarm starts going bam, 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 bam. So it's his move. He tracks that Abdul is a problem. He's gonna take a swipe at you. It is a 51. Abdul, roll against that. I'll see if you can move out of the way. We'll call it an unarmed roll. So you got to beat a 51.
Unarmed combat?
Yeah. So that means you have to roll higher than 51 without going over your skill.
Oh, damn. I got a 50.
Okay, he just gets you. Get my dice. What did I make the damage for the knife? I assume it's a D6. Sorry.
I think I have a knife actually here too. So I got a folding blade, which is 1d6.
Okay, so yeah. Boop, 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 boop. A 2, and he has to hit you twice before he gets a chance to cause bleed. So you take 2 damage.
Okay.
Which a thing I added for this because I'm gonna start doing it with bladed weapons. If you successfully hit someone twice, I'm gonna allow a bleed, or if it's or if it's high damage. I like that as well. So yeah, you lost 2.
All
right. So top of the round. So I'll say he kind of swiped at you, kind of like instinctively moved back by putting your arm up, and he kind of slashed your forearm. Top of the round, Abdul, you've been cut. This dude's staring at you. White mask, the dark shadows where the eyes should be. You can't see any pupils. You also don't hear any breathing either, which is odd.
Yes. What do I have on me? My M1911.
You have the M1911. You can have that like on a hip holster if you want. You probably have a knife.
Mm. Yeah, but I want to pull out the M1911 and like shoot out his legs. You
Okay.
know, like shoot at a kneecap, essentially.
Okay. Roll. I'm gonna give you a minus. I'll give you a minus 10 penalty because you're bleeding and you're doing a called shot. Because you're trying to like hit him in the leg. But your firearms is pretty freaking good.
Yeah.
That's 70. That's still not that big of a roll for you.
Let's see. Oh yeah, that's a 5.
Damn.
Big success.
Roll damage for me. D10.
1d10. Okay. 4.
4. Okay. Where's my health bar for this guy? There he is. All right. Ooh. It's stumbles back a step, and it drops on its good knee, kind of like holding where there's like blood welling where the kneecap was. You don't hear it make any noise though.
That's not good.
Yeah, give me a sand roll for that. You shot a lot of people, and the consistent thing you've found with shooting people is they react with some sort of noise.
Nope, 75. It's a fail.
All right, we'll call that I'll roll a d6. You get a 2. And you're like, well, that's not. Oh, I definitely have to kill this thing. All right. So we're at 63. Yeah, Betty was actually supposed to go first. Here's gunshots. She tries to. She's like so freaked out. She kind of just goes into the door, thinking it's a push door, but it's actually a pull door. Kind of knocks herself on her butt. Lloyd. What's the plan here, Bubba? You just lost your pepper spray.
Let's see here. Even though I still have the baseball bat, I'm still very aware that these beings are not going to be taken down by physical force, but for some reason he thinks pepper spray is not a physical force. So he's going to go retrieve the pepper spray can from the alerted vehicle, from the broken dashed window.
All right, give me a dex roll to see if you can clear the space to get the pepper can this round.
Yeah, dude. 68.
No. You're not the man you were in your younger days. Those days you spent hiking looking for Bigfoot. You know that couple times like that time you like your second honeymoon when you guys went on a hike and you twisted your ankle and it's just never really been. It pops sometimes now, just randomly, and it's like that's not good. So yeah, you kind of like wheezing, reach it, grab the can out of the glass, and turn. So
I'm ready to fight.
I got you. I'm coming.
I'm ready to fight you, Grandpa.
So the thing looks at Abdul. So basically, top of the round, Betty goes into the door. Abdul pulls his sidearm, and this immediately goes pop, shoots him in the knee. The guy drops to a step. Lloyd goes running past you guys, wheezing, and he sounds like a smoker, and you're pretty sure he's not a smoker. It's just, you don't know why. And just shouts at you, "I got it!" And you're not even sure what he got. It's probably the thing he threw at the guy, but you're not sure what that was because you were locked in, not getting stabbed. And the thing looks up at you, then looks over to where Betty is, and tries to toss the knife. With a 93, misses. Top of the round. Betty is going to come to her senses and definitely pull the door open. Gets inside and locks it. Locks the big glass door. Abdul, what do you want to do? Then let's toss the knife at Betty.
So is he unarmed now?
Technically, yeah.
wonder if I should try and tackle him now. Try and get him on the ground. I don't want to start, I want to get on top of him.
Okay.
Pull the mask off. But, I'll try and tackle him.
All right. We'll call that an unarmed roll.
Mm-hmm. Do you
That
get
or
any
athletics?
bonuses with his knee being out?
Yeah. Well, it's actually be more than negative towards his end because again he has to roll against you on that. So
Okay.
So I'll give him a minus 15 for that.
Okay. So, 60. 19.
What I minus? So you beat him because luckily that minus 15 really helped you out because he rolled a 5. I'm rolling well this game. This is not good.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a struggle for a second, but you get on top of him. And you said you wanted to rip the mask off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's an old man, with like a scarred face, kind of just like looking at you dead-eyed, but his expression's not changing. He doesn't seem to be wheezing as you guys are fighting. Lloyd, you got your can of pepper spray back. What's the plan now, dude? Wait, actually, the snake has to go. I'm sorry. I apologize. He's gonna try to hit Abdul. All right, you have to roll again. You have to beat a 6. It's not good.
Who does I do?
Yeah, he's gonna take a swing at you. He's gonna try to hit you
Okay.
to get you off him.
Oh, okay. No, that doesn't make it.
All right, he's gonna roll a d6 for his melee. It's a 1, so it's a decent jab, but not too much. All right, Lloyd. You're getting kind of banged up, dude. Yeah. Lloyd, you got your can of pepper spray back. What's the plan?
Well, now that I have it, and I'm significantly less scared of this being now that he's thrown his knife, I'm gonna just spray him directly in his mask with the pepper
Well, his mask is
spray.
off. Now it's like an old guy.
Even better, I'm gonna spray him directly in his old man face.
We'll call that a dex roll. Is there skill for the pepper spray? Does it say what skill you're supposed to roll against?
Show it here.
Skills, 50%.
It just says skill is 50, base range 3 meters, damage negative 20% penalty.
Okay. Unload that pepper spray on my guy.
Ooh. So roll. And I got a 69.
Please don't spoil me.
Give me a luck roll. I'm gonna decide if the can's broken, or if it's broken enough that you're gonna get sprayed. Because he did throw it. To be fair.
Yeah, and it did careen through a window. Right to look. That's good. 90.
That's bad. So you take So the plastic handle, like has what I'm saying is just like the one you used to be able to get at Walmart, where it's like a little plastic handle where you rotate it and you compress. You know what I'm talking about? So you go to do that, but the handle's broken. When you press down, the pepper spray fluid just shoots up and out and hits you. It hits your face, your bald spot. It's all over your sick T-shirt. Your Metallica shirt, dude. It was Metallica or Megadeth. It was one of them.
Oh, it was like the Iron Maiden, the Killers, it was Eddie.
There we go. My shirt's fucked.
I scream the demon is using his magic against me.
I'm fine with that. Oh man, Abdul's just like, God damn it! Why do you keep putting unprofessional people on this job with me? Okay, Abdul, top of the round. Betty's out. Betty's locked the door unless they can get to her.
Oh my god.
What do you want to do? You got the mask off. There's an old man wrestling with you.
I think, in terms of damage, what does punching do? Is that 1d4? Right?
Yeah.
1d4.
So it depends on how strong your character is.
Okay.
So what is it with Abdul? Is 1d4. See, that's actually above average. Most people it's like 1d4 minus 1. So like Abdul
okay.
actually knows how to fight, so it's a decent swing or kick or whatever.
Right. I'd like to try it. I guess Abdul, as being on top of him, would try and like knock him out with a punch,
Okay.
but also towards Lloyd, just like punching down, like you are useless.
I like that.
So for unarmed combat, no 76.
So you go to hit him, and he gets out of the way. He kind of moves his head a little bit. He's gonna go. He's gonna try to really push you off. 37. So you have to beat a strength roll of 37. So you can use strength or you can use athletics, and I'll also allow unarmed combat as well. Whatever one you feel is the skill you want to use for this, you gotta roll against it. But he's like literally taking both his hands and pushing into your chest, trying to get you off him.
Right. So I'll go with strength because it's at 70. I think that makes sense.
Okay.
So what do I have to beat?
What you have to beat, is you have to roll under 70 but higher than 37. That's what happens with the competing rolls in this. So it's whoever succeeds the roll with the highest number. So it's kind of like like blackjack basically.
Right. Okay. Damn, it's a 16.
Okay, so he beats you, and you're kind of surprised at how strong this old guy is because he pushes you up and off, and there's airtime for like a second.
Okay.
I'm not gonna make you take any damage. He's kind of laying on your feet. Big guy gets to his feet. Lloyd, your nose is running. You're crying. The monster used your technology against you. You can't trust anything. You know, your ex-wives were right. You should have just bought a gun. You don't know why you just didn't buy a gun. They keep telling you you're American, damn it.
Weasley profuse. It's just wheezing. Breathe and see. I can't let. I can't let Chan and Julia be right about this. And I rush forward, blinding you with the baseball bat towards the old man.
Okay. Yeah, so it's like I'll say it's like a smaller bat you keep slung because you think that's cool.
Yeah.
It's like one of those mini sluggers. Remember those, like when we were a kid, you could get those like mini baseball bats at the stadium. It's like one of those guys.
Yeah, use it to keep varmints out when they try and get in the van to sleep in at night.
Trying to chew on my wires. All right.
Chew no wires.
So I assume that would be a melee combat. Melee weapons. 30.
All right.
Set the I got 30%. D8. That's not bad damage wise. Crack that old guy in the head.
I'm just watching this thing. It's like.
Oh right. All right. So this is a bummer part. You do have a 30 in it, but you did spray yourself, and you got a minus 20 penalty to your rolls.
Okay.
So you got a 10. I forgot about that.
Right.
I was like looking at the thing, and I was like, "Hey, a minus 20 penalty." It's like, "Oh wait."
Yeah, but I'm also blinded and screaming.
Your nose is running.
And
Julia's
physical. I'm screaming in both physical and emotional and mental pain all at the same time.
He's gonna be beating the shit out of that one car. He broke the window, and then he's gonna break the headlight.
Man.
And so, that was close. I had 16.
Damn. Okay. So yeah, you just whip it. You just like your thing. He whips it. He breaks like a tail light of another car, and now there's a second alarm going off in the fucking parking lot. Bam. By the way, you guys just have a crowd of women watching this harrowing, and they're really starting to realize it's like I should really get some self-protection because these cops are not amazing. Like that one dude seemed to be doing all right, and then he tackled him. All right, top of the round, and we're gonna do odds or evens.
Odds.
Okay. So it's odds. Do you want the cops to be close or not? Because at this point, it's been a few moments. You know, it's probably been a solid like 30 seconds or so. So I imagine at this point, one of those ladies have called the police, and it is a nicer area, so the response time is decent.
Decent, yeah. They'll be close.
Okay, so you guys can hear sirens coming in the distance, so they'll probably arrive in two more turns. And you guys are marshals, so the guy in the jumpsuit's probably going to be the guy getting shot, and they're going to be armed and ready to go. Abdul, you're kind of like land, like knee on the ground. The big dude's standing up. There's a second car alarm going off because Lloyd just smashed the tail light with a mini bat. What do you want to do, buddy?
Just raise my gun and shoot.
All right. What do you got at 70? I'm not gonna have you roll because that's with 70 at that range where it's just like, and since you're just trying to shoot, you're not even doing a called shot. You're just trying to put a round in him. That's for 70. This is an easy shot for you. So I'm gonna roll for him to see if he's paying attention. He's not. Roll me damage.
Ooh, 9.
So yeah, you kind of like pop off 2 rounds into his back or into his chest, and he kind of drops to both his knees and goes face first in the concrete. In a combat, police arrive. It's a big to-do. There's like news cameras and stuff. I assume you guys are inside trying to avoid the cameras. Yeah, they put the guy in the jumpsuit in the body bag. They try to pull prints off of him. You guys basically explain that we came here to interview Betty. He tried to attack her, and we engaged. Betty's incredibly shaken up. She's like crying, and they have her like wrapped in a blanket, and she keeps just saying it over it like, I don't understand. He was just like when I was a kid, straight out of a movie.
Oh God.
You got Detective Lewis here. He kind of comes in. He kind of has a fresh coffee. He kind of looks between the two of you. He's like, so, is that our guy?
It's possible. Have you seen that face before?
No, remember the other time the guy said he was wearing makeup under the hockey mask or something because his face was all messed up and deformed.
Is there anything on his body?
No ID. Just a maintenance guy jumpsuit and a knife and a rubber mask.
Okay. Did you guys get prints off of him?
Yeah, we try to pull him. We're running him now. We're not getting anything yet. I assume you guys might be able to run this up better. We can.
All right.
As you're having this interview, you guys get a text, and it's from Cutout saying information on laptop delivered to hotel.
Okay. So Jake, I feel like we got 2 points. I got 2 choices now. Do we ride in the emergency vehicle with the body?
Ooh.
I do like that idea a lot.
That's fun. I didn't think about that.
Right.
I wrote this silly scenario. Oh, damn.
Should we do that?
Yes, because I want to go along because I want to see how this demon operates. But I'll need to rely on you to be my eyes because my eyes are still swollen shut.
Oh, yeah, dude. It's a problem.
You're already sitting in the emergency vehicle.
You're standing over
For my own self.
Dude, no, there's an EMT holding you, but like, no, we're trying to pour milk in it. It's just, hey, like you're in the like over the sink in the coffee shop, and you keep screaming about demons, and my wives keeps talking about his
My
wives.
wives are right.
You have a detective being like, I think he's just quoting Borat. Yeah.
Milk was a bad choice.
Milk was a bad choice. I'm gonna sue that pepper spray company. What kind of flimsy shit? So you have first option. You said you had 2 options. Ride in the ambulance. What was the other one?
Well, let's go back to the hotel and look at the computer stuff.
You guys had a very exciting morning.
Yeah. I still say we ride in the emergency
I
vehicle.
do too. That information's gonna be there forever. this prick might disappear on us. Let's go watch it.
Okay.
right.
Detective Lewis finds it very odd. So do the EMTs that you guys want to ride the ambulance with the dead body. But again, it's kind of thing where like all of them are pretty sure this is against some protocol, but you guys are also like the feds, like you guys are the higher up on the chain, so they're like, I guess. You guys ride along.
Make sure you don't lose another one.
Fair enough. So yeah, you guys go along, and about halfway through the ride, that bag starts to look a little bit more empty. Give me sand rolls.
Unzip it. Oh god.
Sand rolls.
Oh no, actually unzip it.
Right.
Go ahead and unzip it. It's empty. Sand rolls, everybody.
Alright. 36. So I pass.
That's a 1.
Yeah, I got 30.
Okay, cool. That's just a 1. You guys are good. All right, yeah. That's like, you are like, oh my god, it's gone. But also both of you are like, yeah, that's what we were probably expecting. You know what I mean? Like, you're... All right. This is fun. When you guys arrive at the hospital, what do you tell the EMTs when they open those doors and the body's gone?
Wait. Should we act like we were knocked out? Should we like lay on the ground and?
Dude, yes, this is so much fun. Ooh, silly mysteries afoot. What are we doing? Are we gonna be trying to tell him like, no, the body disappeared, it evaporated, or he knocked us out and escaped?
I punched Lloyd in the face to make bruises, and then
I was about to say,
you're already banged up. You don't have to do much.
My face is already horribly red and bruised from the pepper spray. That was very unnecessary.
From just a character standpoint, I really do love the idea of it clicking for Abdul of like, well, we got to pretend like this guy got away, and doesn't even tell the plan, just pulls back, hits Lloyd, and then himself goes on the ground. Like, he knocks Lloyd out one shot, because Lloyd's like, fuck, the body's gone, dude. He's like, yeah, don't, boom. So are we doing that? Are we going with, or are we going to try to be like, the body disappeared, we don't know what's going on either? Or you guys want to do the knockout
Oh, the
thing?
one that make. I don't like that idea. He's like, what are we gonna do? Ta-da! It's gonna put way more suspicion on us.
You get in the bag, and we'll see if they just didn't realize there were 2 of us back here.
No, I think we gotta lay down.
Yeah.
The first thing I do is also like kick the door open,
Okay.
and then lay down.
All right, so
Let's
All
go.
right, here you go.
all right, so Jake, are you cool with him knocking Lloyd out? If not, we can do a roll and see if Lloyd can beat the
I feel like this is probably just more of your explanation before. He just like, oh, what are we gonna do? And then he just sideblind punches me and knocks me out immediately.
Okay, cool. Because I think that's such a fun scene. Just like,
Yeah.
fucking Lloyd opens the bag and he's like, oh my god, the body's gone. Looks at Abdul, and Abdul's like, well, we gotta fucking pretend like he got away. Hits you.
It's like
the
it more.
door
It's like
open.
I'm more surprised that the body did not spontaneously combust like I was hoping for it.
Yeah,
So
there
now
we
my
go.
one theory is now just ruined.
Yeah, you were both waiting for the body to disappear, but Lloyd thought the bag was gonna burst into flames and there was just gonna be a shoe left. Like,
It's the second shoe.
I found it. So yeah, he's like, the body's gone, and Abdul's like, okay, yep. Hits you like cold cocks him, knocks him out one go. Kicks the door open. Probably like opens his own bandages like on the side just so it looks like there was a struggle, and lays down himself. So the EMTs, when the door gets kicked open, they slam on brakes. You see them come around, and Abdul, you're kind of pushing yourself up just as Lloyd's coming to. What do you guys want to say to him? There's 2 young guys. There's a young guy and a young woman like looking at you guys like, what? Is he gone?
Scream up, that dirty motherfucker.
Oh, he's cursing and he has that thick accent. You know, it's so much more intimidating. Motherfucker.
I start speaking in Arabic. Cursing in Arabic.
Yeah. Yes, I love that. They can't believe it happened again. Like, everyone's confused by it. Lloyd, are you aware that Do you think you're aware, or you think, or you when he goes, yeah, he knocked us out and jumped out the thing? Are you believing that now, or are you like, he cold cocked me? What the fuck?
I just scream, "My wives are right" again.
Dude, Lloyd is having a tough day.
He's having a bad day.
It's 2:00 in the afternoon. He's already pepper sprayed himself. He got cold cocked, and now he's just like crying, realizing his fucking wives were correct. He's like, I'm a loser. I've done nothing with my life.
I'm dragging Lloyd out from the back from his collar, and I'm screaming at the EMTs as well. You guys get more cops out to find that motherfucker, and I drag him out.
Okay. So yeah, there's again a whole other crime scene. Detective Lloyd is talking to you guys. So Detective Lloyd goes, so you telling me this guy you shot 3 times, sat up, bashed you against the ambulance, knocked this little guy out, and jumped out? You see, he was shot in the knee.
I mean, yeah.
That's hence the surprise.
Ooh. Lloyd feels like you guys are lying to him. Look, I don't know what the fuck's going on. We're supposed to be on the same fucking side. You're telling me a guy that you shot 3 times, twice in the chest and once in the knee, cold cocked you and escaped, jumped out the fucking van, and got off the street and out of sight in enough time before the EMTs stopped it and looked in the back. I don't know what's going on, guys, but we're supposed to be on the same side.
We have no idea what's going on either. I mean, what happened in the first situation?
Yeah.
All I want to know is that I want to beat the shit out of that motherfucker.
Again, all of this was like a thick accent.
Yeah.
And he's like trying to phrases he's heard at stores and stuff like that. You know what I mean? He's like,
yeah.
No cap.
No.
No
This is
cap.
enough.
No cap.
This is no longer Pineapple Express. He takes his shoe off. It's just slamming it.
You can give me a persuade roll if you want to see if that works.
I do not have a good persuade. Let's see.
I think Lloyd can. Don't you have a little bit of persuade, Lloyd?
You hear?
Ugh, I got 37 over 30 for
Okay.
that persuade. But yeah, we might need Lloyd to talk.
I've got that 40. So it's like
All right, Jake, I'm gonna give you this, buddy. If you give me a good speech, something that like maybe maybe Lewis would believe, I'm gonna give you a +10 of that roll. That means that you're gonna have a 50-50 chance. I
Do you
believe in
think any human being in their right mind would do this to themselves? That show my bloodied, bruised,
Your face is
wheezing face.
Your face is so messed up. Your eyes are swollen from all the crying and the.
Why would I be lying to you, man?
There's like dried snot in his like stubble. It just. That's great. I'm gonna give you that +10. That's perfect.
Yeah, there you go.
Why would I lie to you, man?
Why would I lie to you?
And then I got 73.
Oh my god.
Lloyd is having a bad day.
So you do that and it's solid, and then you're just like, he used his powers to control my can. And that's when you see Abdul kind of put his head in his hand, and the guy's like, "All right, look, man. All right, yeah. I'm gonna be looking into this, okay?" And he kind of goes back to his car.
Yeah, and find out what is the blood done.
Yeah, yeah, it should be. I think they got to ship it back though. They said give them a couple days.
All right. Well,
Um,
text us the results when you can.
Yeah, and he kind of gets in the car and then drives away. A young patrolman takes you guys to the hotel, or I guess it takes you to your car at the coffee shop. You guys want to go back to the hotel?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Lloyd's gotta wash his face. I think.
I gotta go wash.
Take a long
'Cause
shower.
I'm also like, they were pouring milk in my face, and I'm like, I'm lactose intolerant, so it just made the
it's all
swelling
bad.
even worse.
Everything's bad. The shirt's ruined. You get there and you take a shower. The computer was sent back to you guys. It's in a box. You open it. It basically in the box there's a little note that says password, and it tells you that, like, it's a series of it's we'll call it spooky scary 0006 is the password now. They changed the password for you guys so you guys can get in. You open the laptop, and since we'll say Lloyd's in the shower, Abdul, give me a search roll.
Am I good at? No, I'm not good at search. Let's see. Ooh, 12. All right, that's a pass.
Boom. Yeah, you click through it. You find some emails. You find look through his search history, and like you very briefly in your commando days when you guys would like raid a house, you'd always take laptops and computers and stuff like that. So you know how to like look at like logs of stuff where it's like, oh, I'm on the incognito mode. No one will be able to find what I was looking at. This dude, outside of like reams and reams and reams of pornography, looked up time for hit and run, time for accident manslaughter.
Oh, okay.
And then you see some text threads between him and Anthony. And apparently, as you guys know, you don't know the exact date, but since you know what day of the month it is, and he tells you how, remember a week ago when that guy had the hit and run? Anthony invited Daniel Cummins to the Wooden Nickel that night and said, don't worry, my brother's going to give us a ride.
Right.
So that kind of lines up.
All right. I open the door to the bathroom where Lloyd is showering. He's like, I found some things, and I'm hanging out in the doorway.
It's blaring. He's just blaring Iron Maiden.
I just wasted years on repeat.
Great reference. So yeah, you guys know that Daniel Cummins was there the night that our friend Frankie Jr. got hit in the hit and run. He was apparently there with Anthony and his brother Jesse.
Right.
You know, the more I hear about this Jesse fella, the less I like him.
Yeah, right.
And
He's
of course,
definitely the next guy.
he also searched for like time for slaughter charges, stuff like that, hit and run.
Anything between connecting Betty to this?
Well, Betty is Anthony's girlfriend, and she says she hung out at the Wooden Nickel with him sometimes.
Okay. This question now is whether we go straight to the hospital.
Yeah, you also
This-
been told,
this-
you know, the little bit more you know about Frankie. He seemed to be a bit of an outcast. Jesse and his friend Barlow like to bully him a little bit, but Frankie was a big guy at 6'6", and everyone who's described him to is kind of like that. He's fat, but he's clearly very strong. And you know his dad was a hard ass, and Betty kind of felt sorry for him because he was kind of a loner. He just kind of came to the bar to hang out, so he's around people, but he didn't really interact with a lot of people.
Mm. All right. I say to Lloyd, like, time to pull that plug.
Yeah, get rid of the tulpa.
All right, so is that the plan?
Well, if we go directly to the hospital and try to pull Frankie's plug, I feel like we should visit a green box before going.
Okay. He is in a hospital, like a public hospital.
He is, but I worry about like the old man. I was wondering if it was his father or not.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
You can always look into that. You know, they have a business where they like run vending machines and rent them and stuff like that and put them in locations. And you assume he lives in the area. He said they're country people, so he probably lives in like a plot of land outside of town. but you have to look all that up. But you could also do a green box if you want.
What do you think?
I mean, Lloyd definitely wants to go just
Lloyd wants to go have a serious conversation with his ex-wife. That's what he wants.
just.
I'm moving back into the house. All right, I have access to the
Go
garage.
back in the house. If it moved back out in the house, he just means the laundry room.
I'm definitely having.
Sorry.
I'm definitely. If Lloyd survives this, I'm definitely having him come back. Because this was a few years ago, so we could.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but given Lloyd's luck so far tonight, I'm not sure how that's going to come to fruition.
I want to know what Lloyd is 10 years down the line. There's definitely going to be another ex-wife. You know, there's another ex-wife from another weird foreign country.
Yeah, he's going to get another mail-in order bride.
Yeah, he's gonna go like Hispanic this time. Like he learned a little bit of Spanish in between, and like just when we publish this episode, because I'm enjoying this episode greatly. For the audience sake, my favorite thing about the sheet that Jake sent me is I didn't click it until just now. His character knows Russian and Korean, so he definitely learned his wife's languages. What a fun detail! Thank you, Jake. That makes me laugh so much. This weird little man who loves cryptids was like, "I'm gonna learn Korean because I really do like this girl." What a sweet gesture.
Yeah.
He just read all this. He's really good at reading into all this, trying to make it too prepared, but is really bad at reading emotions. So, like, both his wives hated him for the moment they met him.
But they're like, I got.
In
better
fact, when we talk about
opportunities.
how I twisted my ankle on my second honeymoon, it just when Julia just tried to push me off the edge of a hiking trail to get rid of me.
That's always stuck in the back of his head because he's like, "No, I didn't push you." It's like, "You pushed me." It's, no. Why would I try to push you off a mountain? Yeah.
Yeah. In Lloyd's mind, he just wants to go see Frankie Jr.
Okay.
because he just wants to get the new scoop so he can get it on like the Cryptid Monthly or whatever weird obscure magazine he likes to write to.
So yeah, you guys can look into more into Frankie's dad if you want. You can go talk to Jesse, or you can go to the hospital.
I feel like we have a feeling of what the direct place is, just Frankie Jr. Do we go talk with the dad just to make sure that this isn't some weird...
Or like, I just like the idea of like, what we probably should do is at least go to like the business side of it, at least figure out where his house is or his dad's house so we can find some more information, you know, some books. Oh, I was bullied. Let me sell my soul to this deity that lets me project myself as horror creatures to kill the people that have wronged me.
That's not
Something like that might be helpful.
It could just be a really tough guy who keeps getting away. You don't know that, Jake.
It's just in the body bag, just and then just disappears like Harry Potter.
There are teleport spells. That's all I'm gonna say. There are teleport spells. I'm not saying they're in this game, but I'm saying they're in the book over there that I've read a couple times.
Yeah, I mean, so maybe it would be a good idea to go talk to the dad. We could go to Frankie Jr.'s room, see if there's any occult connection there.
Mm-hmm.
I would suggest we still hit a green box before then and load up the car.
Okay.
With tons of shit.
Perfect. We're taking another short break. We probably got 30 to 40 left. It's been fun.